man. Instagram's telling my followers I've started my live video. What about the rest of you? Is there anybody in here with me? Rob.cult. I can see some people. Oh, there we go. What's up, Miss Drapakova? You're the first one I've seen in here. I know you from Portland, no, Seattle. So what's going on, everybody? How is your Friday? We got 2 of these left, today and next Friday, and then I'm leaving for Europe. And it's going to be beautiful. Very excited for it. Good morning, everybody. So yeah, yesterday was a big day. We shipped all of the rig, all of the LED screen, all of the merch. Not all of the merch. We actually have to buy a lot of merch over there, but some merch, mostly the merch booth, the merch displays, the LED screens, my guitar, and my brain, which hosts all my audio equipment and shit. So we shipped that yesterday. We had our dudes come over, and they wrapped it up, and big truck picked it up, and it's going by air to Europe. And then yeah, after Europe, or after on the way back, we're gonna come by sea, because it's just I said I wasn't gonna do that before, but it's much cheaper, and we don't need it in any specific time, so we're coming back by sea. But that's cool. So anyway, looking forward to it, and more importantly, looking forward to this song that I'm finishing right now. I've been really hype on seeing all of the people signing up and getting your little cult badges. Yeah, shout out to Crow.cult for the original idea, and yeah, it's crazy how many people have done it. I feel like it's maybe 800 or so, 800 something I've seen. But it's nice because, you know, I can put faces to you. So a lot of them I already know, but you know, there's 800 something people. That's a lot of people. So, but I remember faces over time, and you know, at the shows, it's when the meet and greets and stuff. So yeah, that helps a lot. Name in the face, you know. So yeah, if you have a number, drop it too. Put what number you got, and yeah, I know Angel. Where's Angel? I know she got 666. That was a cool one because her name is Angel. And yeah, so thanks for doing that, and yeah, just keep spreading the word. It's just more engagement. It helps with, you know, helps with everything. That's the name of the game in this shit, is engagement, you know. So I know I've got some new music coming, and that's gonna change. It's gonna change everything for me. I'm feeling good about it. Since I'm filling you in on the process, I'll wait till the song's out, and I'll wait till everything's out to go back and show you some of the writing. I can't show you things before I drop it, like certain things, like melody changes, because then people get used to shit, and I don't want you getting used to an old melody that I'm going to change, because so far I've changed the verse melody 3 times, and each one has been a final mix, which never fucking happens. Like, you know, I'll call a final mix when it's I got 25 mixes left. You know, I'll bounce it final mix 1. Then I send it to my brother. He tells me what to change. I make some changes. We listen again the next, you know, later. Final mix 2. Right now I'm on final mix 20. Final Mix 20 for Peace in the End. And yeah, it's the process though. But you know, the yeah, so that's what I'll share afterwards, like the different versions of the verses and the different melodies that I've had, because it changes the song dramatically. Lyrics are the same, but lyrics, it's crazy. The notes that you choose to sing really changes the emotion of the song. So instead of maybe going up on a note, you go down. So yeah, I like all three versions. That's the thing. And so this is what makes it hard. You got three versions, and you like all of them, and you got to release the song. So you got to decide. And so I only have my close, trusted team here to help me decide that. So yeah, afterwards I'll share all the ones that didn't make it, so you can see the process, and then you'll probably be like, oh, you should have released this one instead. That's the risk I roll when I want to show you the process of shit. But realistically, I think you trust me to pick the best one. I mean, it is my fucking song. I know what's best for it, so I know what's gonna make you feel. Some things. That's the thing. The emotion of something could, if it doesn't hit right on a melody, you got to change it. So it's like I'm looking for emotion. You got to, the elements you got to hit, the structure of, obviously, the harmonic content of the song, the bed that the vocals lay on, the guitars or piano, whatever you're putting in there. In this case, it's just my classical that I just strumming, picking on the verses, more finger picking, and strumming on the hooks, just to give it dynamics between each part. Because when it's just one guitar, well, I got a couple elements, but it's really just a guitar, and a bass. So it's like each of these things are heavily contributing. You have to make sure that your element that it's about the arrangement of it. So that's what takes. That's I'd say the first step. The most important thing is like the harmonic content, getting the vocals, getting everything right on top of that, and then lyrics to me would probably melody would come after that. So I freestyle, I kind of make some mouth noises, boopy boop type shit, and then I craft the melody, and then I write lyrics to the melody. So in that process, lyrics will change. I'll have sometimes filler words until I find a better word, just stuff to keep the melody intact until I replace it. So then once I got the melody, then I got to deliver it, and when I record it, and that's the hardest part, because singing it in my studio here by myself while I strum on the guitar is fucking easy. It's like nobody's hearing it, so I could sound like shit. And then once you go to record it, you really hear like, oh man, like this, you hear the emotion, like that. The emotion has to connect, and that's the part of being a producer. Usually the producer is able to pull. This is people always want to know what's the hardest part. This is the fucking hardest part, is being the producer and the artist and the songwriter. Like when you go to a producer, it's their job to pull that emotion out of you. Like it doesn't matter what genre. Like, I saw a video the other day of Dr. Dre and Snoop Dogg, and Dr. Dre is recording him, and he's like, he cut it. He's like, stop, I don't believe you. Stop, I don't believe you. Like, Snoop's not delivering it in a believable way, because at the end of the day, it's you're trying to convey it in a way of like a movie. It's I guess it's acting in a way. When you're recording something, even though it's real through the lyrics and through the what you come up with, at the end of the day, you're still acting it out, just like you would act out a scene in a movie. So that's a very fine line to how it comes across to the listener, with that emotion. If it's feeling, it's real easy to feel lacking of energy or feel just stale. You can sing the same line 25 times and one of them's good, and it's not even that it's like they're all in key, they're all in pitch, it's not that they're like terrible takes. It's that the emotion doesn't translate the same. So it's like I said, you can have 25 takes in on one line, and then there's just one that your voice just the timing, like sitting in the pocket, timing is super important. That vocals, people don't pay a lot of attention to. I feel like is like the micro timing of things in producing and stuff. So, but that being said, I kind of get fucking lost in this shit, and I go in circles, but or I should say loops. Not a circle yet, but the job to going to a producer is to pull the emotion out of the artist. And when you are the artist, it's very fucking hard to pull that emotion out of yourself because you're hearing it so much and you are the guy. So it's that's the hardest part of this shit is producing yourself. Writing is great. Producing, it's all fun, but producing yourself, mostly you're producing your own vocals is to me the biggest obstacle. But I'm getting it. I'm getting through this shit. This next song is gonna fucking light you motherfuckers up, and I'm very confident. I've never been this fucking confident. And when this song drops, I need you to forget I have any other songs. If I'm being honest, just use this sound, only this sound. That's the only way we're gonna fucking make a song pop. Like, I gotta get fucking Teen Spirit and Wicked Game out of my top two. Like, I need original up there. So I'm not gonna be happy till I got a fucking original up there in that number one spot. So let's do it. Peace in the End is the fucking song. I know that. So if I had to pick one part of the process, songwriting, producing, mixing, or engineering, so what was the question on it? If I only had to pick one, like, that I enjoy most, so I'd say I do enjoy all parts of it. My favorite is probably, there's different levels of excitement at each different stage. The just jamming on the guitar, and when you come up with a good vocal or a good hook, that is maybe the most magical process of the entire thing to me, because it's like it's in its rawest form and it connects just in that way and you feel something right then. That's probably my favorite feeling, is like knowing you wrote some shit that's like, whoa, this is fucking cool, and that's probably the best part. But then, you know finishing it is the next best part. The battle, from the writing of it, from the moment you stumble across it to the finishing, and then everything in between it is a fucking war. It's a war, not war. It's a fucking battle, because yeah, it is too many steps in the process. So, but yeah, I'm winning this fucking war. I'm not gonna lose it. But anyway, yeah. So would I ever redo any older songs? I think about that sometimes. Like, I could make some of my older songs fucking so much better, But then at the end of the day, will they be better than my new songs? Probably not, because I've been focusing on songwriting just relentlessly. And to me, those early songs are cool, but they're amateur, in my opinion. I know, some of them, they're good, but when I compare them, they feel like, I was just figuring shit out. And if I could pick one song to redo, what would I redo? Um, it was grime, and I got to redo it, so that was great. So that was really the one that was really bothering me. I don't normally put out a song and then it bothers me. The album version of The Wicked, I wasn't totally happy with the mix. Like, but I know people can't hear it. I feel like I had a better mix before the final mix, and the final mix was a little, nothing that anybody's gonna hear but me. It's just fucking personal shit that I feel like I could have tightened up that frequency. Whatever, it's bullshit, but That's what that's probably the thing that you know I go back because it's always a mixed thing. It's always a mixed thing that I would change. It's not usually sometimes it's a delivery like. Sometimes that's what it is in the earlier stuff, like a vocal delivery. Like maybe I could have delivered that, like what I was talking about before, more believable, or just just connect better on it. Have I ever used any real life sounds or objects in my production? I'm assuming you mean Foley. So real life sounds. I mean, a guitar's a real life sound, so I'm using that in a lot of my music. But Foley is Foley. That's huh? Oh, okay. So like Foley is um, it's like ambient textures. It could be anything. It could be, for example, my pack of Foley sounds would be wind blowing, desert. Like, I mean, there's depth. There's, it's like I got a sound of just like I got a folder of just like hundreds of different wind sounds, desert winds, canyon winds, mountain winds, forest winds. You have all of those, and you might have 57 different fires. Fire crackling, fire. Those would be Foley sounds. Footsteps walking, the shit you hear in movies when you're seeing a movie scene and you know that shit's not, some of it's recorded live, but most of that shit's done in the studio. If you've ever seen people who score movies, they're sitting in the studio, and if you see, say it's the Odyssey and they got a torches and you hear like a when they're fucking swinging the torches and shit, it's like a guy in the studio with like a little match or some shit. It's like, or he's doing the footprints on a little pad and timing him with the the footsteps of fucking of what's his name, any of them, fucking it doesn't matter the movie, just that's the Foley sound. So my dad's whistle in the beginning of a magic, that's kind of like a Foley sound. And yeah, no, I have voice, I record just atmospheres in nature when I'm filming content sometimes. So there's definitely nature all over my songs. Like sometimes it's very low, like you can't even hear it, but it's just that's one of those things that could add an emotion or can add a feeling. Just hearing that light wind in the background, or vinyl noise. Putting vinyl noise on your track that emulates what a vinyl recording sounds like just gives you that nice light static and shit. And so yeah, those are some vinyls. I actually have in my head uh, another. My dad was cutting down a tree in the mountains where they live, and the falling of the tree. I recorded the sound and I cut it out and I added it in my head, and I think it goes into the bridge, and nobody would know that's what it is, but that's what it is. So yeah, there's Foley shit all throughout, all throughout. I see Janelle Gazelle. Did you change your face covering? I actually, my friend made me all these masks, and this when we were testing them for the tour. This I just realized was one of the testers because I wanted to see how many layers before I'm blind on stage. So this was the starting one. So this is one layer. So see, you can kind of see through it. This does not make the cut. I said no. That is way too much vision. I need you to fucking add more layers so I can't see anything. I want you to increase the chances that I fall off the stage. And so that's what we did. So this is my test, and that's why you can see my peach forehead glowing through the black. Is there anything else difficult about being a masked artist? Yeah, the most difficult thing is being thrown into the category of masked artists, and 90% of them are fucking cheeseballs. And there's some cool ones too, but I don't, that's nobody directly. It's just like there are some fucking cheese masters. Let me elaborate on that a little bit further, just real quick about like, you know, fuck them, they're cheeseballs. Any movies, book, paintings that's influenced my work? Yeah, I'd say you're always inspired by stuff. It's it's like probably mob movies, Casino. Those are the stuff like that I grew up on that I really liked when I was younger. Uh, And yeah, movies for like modern movies. I'll be inspired in different ways. Like I went and saw The Odyssey, and that was I was really into like honestly the soundtrack, and I've been listening to that, just fucking just driving around Las Vegas with my windows down, blasting the fucking Song of the Sirens and shit with the bass cranked. That's what I've been doing. But no, so watching that made me. It inspires me to like. Sometimes when you hear those scores and it's just like the music can be so expressive because it's orchestra shit. And the dude who I can't remember his name, but he's the dude who scored all of the Odyssey is the same dude. He's like a fucking ingenious like composer. He actually also has produced songs. Like he wrote some that um what the fuck is the big song he did? Oh, the Childish Gambino song, the Redbone. I love that fucking song. But so yeah, he's just super talented. But the score of the score is when you're just watching scenes, the music is really like you're just hearing those strings creep in or those big fucking horns or whatever, and they just sound, they're controlling the emotion, and that stuff sometimes makes me just jealous. Like I wish I could just make music with fucking nothing but music. And and I know people say, "Oh, do that," but no, you guys would stop listening actually tomorrow. So I can't do that. I have to make songs. But that being said, it has inspired me that I'm going to start releasing some more. I don't know, fully instrumental pieces, but like instrument. I'm gonna be more expressive with the music. So those types of things, like, it's not a direct, it's not like a direct inspiration of like, oh, I'm trying to make music like the fucking Odyssey, obviously, but it's like the idea of feeling that music while watching the movie and uh, feeling that emotion from it and realizing that the music on its own sometimes is driving so much more of it than a vocal. And my phone died, so my Instagrammers are gonna have to go to see me on one of the other platforms. Forgive me. Facebook, TikTok, or YouTube Shorts. I was not paying attention to my phone. I'm sorry. I say non-lyric songs. I just was elaborating because I saw a comment non-lyric songs. Like I just like instrumentals. Like I truly don't like that many fucking words in my songs. Like I like techno and I like ambient like ambient just vocals that feel like just dreamy, and I just don't really want to hear any too many words. And I know that my music I have words, but I'm not listening to my music. You are. I'm making it. So it's different. I'm talking about what I like to listen to. And I like to listen to shit that is just more long and progressive and takes you on a journey. Christmas in the Badlands and Afterlife intro is peak. Thank you. And Christmas in the Badlands, obviously, that's a classical song, so I can't take credit for that. But, I gave it my spin. I was in Hanksville. That's where we were filming that last bit of content. And it was over Thanksgiving. And I was just like, you know what? It was kind of like a little, it was kind of like a little loophole. I was, you know, when you do a cover song, you do. I'll talk about this another time. But long story short, yeah, I did Christmas in the Badlands, and then um, so that was that. But then, yeah, Afterlife instrumental I do enjoy, and then Life, the song Life, the intro is was pretty much like I said. I've said that before. That was like the first WITCHZ song, and it was just a loop of that epic intro, and it didn't. It was many versions before it was the one you heard. And that's actually, now that I'm talking about it, yeah, Life is one that I feel like I would like to redo. I can make it better, but maybe I will redo that one. That's one that I might do in a different form. How far do I plan in advance for album songs and tours? So, um, the tours are usually on, what is it, like 16, 12, 13, 14, 15, like 16, 15, 16 month cycles, I think. So, like, for example, like you would, if we did North America, and the next time we would do is like 15 months later. We're going to do this one. We're going to take a little more time off on this one just because, if anybody remembers, the first tour, uh, on the Life tour, we did North America at the end of the year, and then we did Europe at the beginning of the next year. And then on the Afterlife tour, we're doing all of it in within the year, and I prefer that. So in 2027, we're not going to tour. I'm not going to tour. I'm going to be unleashing the whole fucking WITCHZ universe. I've a million things planned. Everything's coming. Everything's coming in 2027. Fucking everything. And then I'm gonna blow up. And then 2028 we'll tour again. So I know everybody was like, "Oh, you're not touring again," because you heard me say that on the one of the streams, and I lie all the time. So I am going to be leaving to Europe, and I'm just letting you know, for the new people in here, the next week is my last live, and then I'll be over there, and I'll be meeting you in real life, and we'll be just dancing and doing whatever it is that Europeans like to do. I'm gonna do whatever the fuck you guys want to do over there. It's Leo season. Happy birthday, Kyle. I can see some things with this mask on. I can, but all my chats are in one little window for all the platforms, so they come through so fast. So if it stops for a second, whatever catches my eye, I see. And anyways, happy birthday to you too. My birthday is in 4 days, and I'm going to. I don't know what the fuck. I'm going to do nothing. I'm preparing for tour. I ain't got time to do nothing. Will meet and greets and VIPs continue for future tours? I think so. Yes. I Yes, they will, of course. I mean, that's, you know, obviously people know touring. It's no secret. Every artist talks about it. Touring is not easy financially. So meet and greets and those things help with being able to not lose money on tour. But that being said, you don't feel obligated like you got to go to a meet and greet to support. Just coming to the show is also amazing. Did it, Aish? Did I learn some German as I promised? I only know the few words. I'm gonna learn more. All right, I'm gonna learn more. I know Dankeschön, and I know a couple words. Eins, zwei, like maybe count to five. I used to be able to count to 10. I don't know. I'm gonna. When I'm over there, I'm gonna pick up a few more words. You can quiz me after the European tour. I'll be more cultured by then. Was anyone creepy in the meet and greet, and was it me? Yes, I see you. Yes, you were creepy, actually, now that I think about it. Nah, you weren't creepy. We had a moment. We had a moment on the street. I walked by her. I told you I walk by. See, people say, am am I amongst you? I'm always amongst you. I'm walking amongst you out in the, you're in the crowd. I'm in the crowd. Like sometimes I'm watching the show in the crowd with you, and I'm everywhere. So nobody has ever caught me except for a couple people. And when she came to the meet and greet, she's like, I think you walked by me on the street today. And I remember, because I remember her face from social media, and I said, how do you know what I look like? And she said, because I stalk you. And I said, you are a sick fucking person. And she's like, well, comes with the territory. And I said, all right. Just playing, I made that up. But no, I didn't make it all up. She did say that. Not that she stalks me, just that she saw me on the street. We made eye contact. And I confirmed it. I'll confirm it with you if it's true, put it that way. If you see me and I clock it between us, then I will confirm it. Do I have any interactions that I'll remember from my past tour? Yeah, of course. All of them. Just the whole process of meeting everybody at the meet and greets, and so many different personalities. Me and Brody are in there taking, he's taking pictures of me, and yeah, it's so many different personalities. It's fun. It's you got people shy, you got people cracking up, you got people that can't stop laughing, which actually makes me laugh, because that's an actual thing that I've run into a lot in there, where people are just like cracking up. I think it might be a nervous thing. And yeah, so they're just like cracking up, they can't stop laughing. So then I start laughing, and we're all laughing and shit. So that happens, and those are funny. People bring me stuff, obviously. They show me stuff they've made, they give me stuff they've made. All of those are memorable. I save all of it. So yeah, I was saying earlier, thanks to everybody, Crow.cult for making that WITCHZ badge that everybody's been signing up. So if you haven't signed up yet, go get a number, and you're immortalizing yourself in the WITCHZ universe. Under 1,000 right now. Oh, dropped in the link. Check it out, witchzmusic.com/my-id. And like I said, you're going to immortalize yourself in the sub 1,000. Do you realize how early you are as a sub? I mean, listen, I know there's been more listeners, but are they really here like you're here? Are they here? Or are they passive listeners? If you're here and you're here every day, you're worth more than a once a month listener. Even if they found me first. If they found me first and they listen to me once a month, and you found me second, and you listen to me every day, I'm going to take you to the movies. I'm going to take you to my movie when I make it, because that's coming too. I gotta say this shit. I gotta, so you can bust my balls in a fucking year and say, where's that movie? The movie's coming within the next 10 years, okay? I gotta fucking accomplish some other things first. I can't spread myself too thin, but there will be a fucking movie. You heard it here first. 2026, Sub 1000 Club. The Sub 1000 Club. Today, maybe after this, you won't even be able to make it into the Sub 1000 Club. Even the Sub 2000 Club is good, but I'd want to be in the Sub 1000 Club. Oh yes, the collabs I wanted to talk about. Everybody that submitted for the collabs, as you've seen on the WITCHZ Cult page, all of the talented people, the artists, and the tattoos, and the just creators of different types of things. So we're doing collabs on there. So always submit. We got a submission in the comment here, the witchzmusic.com/fan-art, and then you submit your stuff, and Even if you're not confident, you could submit it. Submit it. You never know. You know, you gotta, if you're uncomfortable, you know, a lot of people, it's kind of like showing your face. You know, I've noticed too. A lot of people start showing their faces more, and they're telling me like, oh, you know, I never was really confident enough to put my face out there. And I'm just like, you should put your face out there. Fuck everybody else. Don't worry about them. You know, the internet's fucking 90% assholes. So doesn't matter who you are. You could be, there's like nobody on earth that's free from the internet talking shit somehow. So, but I'm just happy to hear that your confidence is going on. Anybody that you know that gains confidence from this, that's my goal. So I want you to gain confidence. I want you to be able to do everything in your life as confidently as you can and succeed as much as you can. So yeah, definitely, definitely. What is my biggest dream that I have yet to achieve? Um, I think I'm living it right now, but you know, that I have yet to achieve, you know, I got to get into like, I'd say I'm averaging two. If I, okay, I was gonna average, I'd say we're averaging. You know, some shows have been 500 plus. Some have been fucking 150. You know, in the small new places. But I'd say we average probably 300 or so, 350 on average in the cities we go to, and that's I'm grateful for it. But you know, I got to start getting to those 1,000 plus rooms, and that's the dream being like truly fulfilled. But just being able to do the dream, actually be on 1,000 plus. Honestly, I'm trying to go 5,000 plus if I'm being fucking honest with you. Arenas, I like to say I'd love to be in arenas, but you know, fuck it. I'd like to be in arenas. So the only way I can get there is with you, and I got to make hits. So don't worry, I'll do my side. If I make the hits, you got to share them, and then we'll get there together. But I'm already living my dream, just being able to do it at this level so far. So everything else after this is a fucking bonus. Do I have a bucket list of places I'd like to perform at? Um, Realistically, yeah, everywhere. You know, there's no there's nowhere that I probably would turn down unless it's like an active war zone or something. That I loved seeing all new places, all new cultures and stuff. You know, that's for a live performance. There are places that like just different nature settings I would like to perform. Not perform, but you know, um, I guess perform content. Just being in you know. So I've been telling people in the chats in the previous weeks to drop because we go back. I go back and look at the shit and get questions and get ideas and get so wherever whatever city you're in, drop your locations, drop your you know, drop your everything. So they just places that you think I would be I would be wanting to see, whether just for travel and for fun, just for historical explorations, or also for filming content and filming with the witches universe. I actually just bought two new cinema lenses, and this is for the next chapter of filming that we're about to do after tour. Maybe something. Maybe you might get a little tease before tour. But these lenses are so fucking heavy, it's unbelievable. Like these can only be used for filming like cinematic shit. They're too heavy. Like unbelievably heavy. They're so heavy that the camera, we have to get a fucking rail for the lens to sit on because it's so heavy it will break the camera body. So I'm excited to use that. That's some shit that I get excited about outside of music, is improving in the filming and video, you know, making things look cinematic and stylish and shit. Stylish. Oh, people were asking about the street team again. The red door. You got to go through the red door, and that's the way that you will be notified on season 2. and everything that's coming, new songs, tour dates, all of that. So make sure you sign up there, and I'll probably put it in the chat somewhere. Yeah, definitely thin on this eye fabric. So I oh wow, it's already 10:50. All right. But I also wanted to just remind you that one more uh, one more time, the song "Peace in the End." We're gonna collectively make this song pop. I will be the commander in chief, and you are the soldiers. All right. I need a fucking strong team. There's that link, witchesmusic.com/reservation. That's for you to enter the red door and then join me on my journeys through the other side and through I don't know, everywhere. Your mom's house. I am hungry actually, but yeah, this is around the time yeah, no, I really don't eat until after this. I get up and I make a little chameleon cold brew coffee. You know about that? It's kind of annoying. They used to sell it everywhere. Now they only sell it fucking minimal places. They used to have it at Smith's. They used to have it at Target. Last time I went to Target, they stopped carrying it, and I don't know why. But they got it at Whole Foods. But I don't really like going to Whole Foods because it's fucking, I don't really get anything else there, and it's just not my store. And yeah, so anyways, back to that. Peace in the end. It's coming. Is it coming Friday? What day are we on? Is it coming the upcoming Friday? I don't know. If it's not coming Friday, it's coming the Friday after. So you can look forward to one of the next 2 Fridays. And yeah, like I said, when that song drops, I got no other songs. Make videos, post pictures, use that sound. Fuck my other songs. That is the only song that exists for WITCHZ when that song drops. If you want to help making content, it's the only thing that matters. The only way that you can get traction is relentless. I'm pretty sure everybody knows at this point. Labels and the music industry, it's all a fucking scam. It's 100% a scam. All the marketing, all the shit you're seeing now, it's all AI bots. It's all fake engagement accounts. It's all of that. So there's zero way that you can compete with that unless I figure out a way to make fake AI accounts, which I'm not going to do, or you. So I need your help because you're competing with bots generating sounds for artists all fucking day for these major label artists. And it's like, it's just a lot of fucking noise you got to cut through. So I can't do it alone. So next Friday, come here with me and spend an hour or so until it'll be my last one until I head to Europe. I leave on the end of the month, one of the days at the end of the month. So I look forward to it, and I will be seeing all of you very soon. And yeah, come say goodbye to me, and